It was a lot. It was a hell of a time. And then they finally fucking calmed down. Once we got past all that, spring still tried to kill us. We still lost like 20 something people, I think, through spring. And summer was still bad. And then like the following year and stuff, it hasn't been too bad now. They've calmed the fuck down, but I've been fucking them around with like rearranging like where their food and kitchens and stuff are. Hold on, my cat's just walking across my microphone. Azula. Alright. She's fine. You could probably get a full research and shit ton of researches if you wanted to. Oh, resources and shit. So yeah, research, we're up to... Hold on. We haven't got any of the ship stuff, except for whatever they keep reading with books and stuff, because I don't want to touch on that till we're at the last location or the second last location or whatever. Resources and shit, yes, we are going to be up to a fuck ton of researches soon, because we've got 3,000 pemmican, 1,000 kibble, we've got like 10,000 rice, 11,000 hay grass, which is like, who gives a fuck. We just sent like 6 or so pods of like 5,000 potatoes. I've been pelting my allies with rice and potatoes. It's been fucking hilarious to me, honestly. Mate, you're probably fine. You just got blood loss extreme. Yeah, you're fine. What else we got? We started getting some good meals. We got like 2,000 packaged vital meals. You got to remember, we went from 0 and we're back up to 2,000 while everybody's still eating every single day. And we got 3,000 simple meals, and we're working on like the specialty, like, you know, the vegetarian and carnivore meals and stuff like that for variety and stuff. I just don't have much meat production. I have a lot of animals, but I had to cull 2/3 of my overall animal population. We had like 750 animals, and we took it down to like 200 or so. So I'm working at the moment on breeding them back up so that we can have our meat animals back, and I can have my hauling panthers back and all the things. Because we lost a lot of animals. I culled a lot, but we lost a lot in a few battles as well. We also had some like really merciless fucking various mechs and stuff that took them out. And I'm also trying to keep, like, to the best of ability, some of the original like Thrumbos and Panthers and shit as long as I can. I think everybody's going to survive, so I can save that now. As for raids and stuff, raids aren't too bad. They our last raid was 110. It was a triple raid. It was just people. We had a couple of really bad raids where we had, over here, we had a shit ton of mechs. But the alternate, because I like to save and then reload and see what it gives me and stuff. So I had one raid over here, or alternatively, I had one raid up here. And this one didn't look as bad as the other one, but I initially tried to go with the one that was on this side. And oh fucking boy, was that a fuck ton of a mistake. That was a mistake and a half. So we ended up going and taking the one that was over here. And that wasn't too bad. It was really actually quite funny because I called in for my allies. I called in for 2 different sets of allies, and then one of my allies sent me, like, I think it was like 100+ people, like, I don't know, 90+ people. I've never had an ally send people and have that many people sent. But anyway, we mostly just used them for fodder. So we ended up just wiping out the big mech raid thing. And then we got, like, immediately after, we got a manhunter pack of elephants. So that was a bit excessive. But, yeah, it's otherwise fine. Like, how much rice we got here? Like, 5,000. Let's creep up a little bit. Yeah, probably about 9,000 or so, give or take. Potatoes, that's great. I'm trying to get, like, surplus of food. Not for them to eat, but so I can just have, like, gravy money kind of thing for trading and stuff. But yeah, if they have a shit ton of food, that will help secure us for when we have to move again. And I'm trying to get them some stability and make them happy and get some resources and replenish, like, clothing and their food stores and their happiness, armor, weapons, animals, attack animals, all the things before we move again, so that we don't move in a crippled state again and just make it fucking harder for ourselves constantly. Like with enough deep scanners and long range scanners, you could easily refer everyone with marine armor and charge rifles. See, I don't use charge rifles, but I also am holding off on the armor at the moment. A lot of my people don't really have much in the way of armor. Like, we got a flak vest on you. If I was to pick somebody else, like Cody, mate. Cody doesn't have any armor. Chet might. Chet doesn't. Shadow does. Shadow's got marine armor. I also have a few people in here that I've just taken that happen to have names that match the name of like a community member that I've got. I don't rename anybody, so we've got like a few snakes and a few... What else we got a few of? We got a couple of kangaroos and shit. So we got a couple of like multiples and shit, but that's fine. What else we got? The scanners and stuff though. So we will make armor eventually, but I'll probably make, what is it? What's the kind of armor I was gonna make? I haven't made armor for so fucking long, honestly. It's not this shit. I wanted the more suit of armor looking bullshit. I can't remember which one makes it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't made it for so fucking long. Maybe it is the marine armor. Hold on. I don't think Sam would still have it. Does Armadillo have one? I guess it must be marine armor. I think that's the one I usually make for them. It looks like the one I normally make for them. I just thought there was another one that was like less than that I used to make. But anyway, look, eventually I'll get them all up with like random guns. I normally go for miniguns. So I kind of idiot-proof my colony a little bit. So out of the guns, we don't allow incendiary launchers. We don't allow doomsday rocket launchers. We don't do any of the lancers. I'm just not dumb enough to let this group of people have those goddamn things. But they can have basically any other kind of gun. That's fine. Like, I normally go with the miniguns and shit, so we'll make those eventually. They're not allowed to have grenades. EMP grenades are fine. Frag grenades are not. Molotovs are not. I will make them shield belts and stuff like that for some of them. I will make them like some simple helmets and shit eventually. Like, we're getting to a point where we probably have enough steel to make some armor. But I've got to make guns first, because I just sold a bunch of like fucking bolt action rifles or whatever for some quest. And I think the quest was like either, I can't remember what it was. It was like components or steel or something. We needed it. We needed whatever the thing was more than we needed the fucking guns, I'll tell you that much. So it's fine. I suppose how many you have. You could easily essentially bum rush any raid. You're perfectly fine. That's generally it too. So if it's people, the thing is, if it's people, we take them. As long as they're not a super loyal, I don't do slaves. But where did Shadow go? Hold on, he's probably out hunting. He's either out hunting or he's in with food. I know what Shadow's like. I don't have anything out that he's hunting at the moment, which means he's probably in with food. Where'd you go, mate? There he is, right there. Fucking Shadow. It's right on the spot with this man. Anywho, so like he's got the psychic shock lance and shit, right? I've got probably 13 of those in the colony at the moment, give or take. And each of them allow me 2 shots. And I use those, generally speaking, to steal people. So when I get a raid come in, I'll generally have a look at what their skills are. And I'll just take people, which of course automatically just drops how many people are in the raid to begin with. And then the rest of my gunners are usually there to fight. I don't even really use the melee people much anymore. Like, if we get, say, we get the foliator ships pretty often because for, well, obvious reasons, I have a lot of crops around the place, right? So we get the foliators a fair bit, but they normally drop with scythers and a couple of like centipede looking things. And they're not normally too bad to deal with. Normally the scythers. The other thing too is you got to remember I have a fuck ton of attack animals, right? I've got a lot of trained animals to fight. So my animals will usually rush in. Hopefully the unnamed panthers preferably will rush in. They'll take most of the initial fire. They'll get in. They'll also get the friendly fire from my community as well. Unfortunately, that happens. They'll get hit. They'll probably go down. They'll turn into meat for us. But it'll also act as a shield for my people that are standing back and fighting. Plus, I've got the fuck ton of turrets as well around the place. Some are powered, some are not. Depends where it lands. I'm starting to get raids popping off down like the bottom and the top of my base because I just don't have these built yet. I'm still trying to work on, hold on, I got my fleet of like miners and fucking, what do you call them, harvesters and stuff. It always amuses me to see that. But yeah, we're working on fixing up my electronics up on this half of the base. So yeah, once we've got that fixed up, I'm gonna guess that either I'm gonna get raids over here where it's gonna destroy a lot of shit, or once I've got all my power online for the top half of the base, we're gonna get all these turrets built. And then, yeah, that's a problem for everybody else as far as I'm concerned. How many turrets you have? Should I don't give them much protection? Nah, I don't really give a fuck, to be fair. I just see it as collateral damage, right? If a raid comes in here, like, they're gonna be shooting probably at my turrets anyway, right? That's generally what happens. Raid pops in, these all go off, they start firing at them, they fire past it, they fire and take out like one of these, maybe this blows up. It's slightly out of the radius of the initial blast, but it's in the shockwave, so it does take some damage from that. I lose a few solars, a bit of power goes down. We struggle with a little bit of, do we have enough power to keep the air conditioners on in here and the refrigerator, or, you know, do we have enough power to, say, power the cremator thing so that people can stop being stressed about corpses and stuff like that. Like, it's just a nice little, like, added, like, difficulty kind of thing, you know? I just don't see much point in popping a wall there and trying to protect it. All I know would happen is I'd get some fucking idiot walk into this, like, little corridor, right? And, or an animal or something like that. Something would walk into, like, wherever the area is, fucking freak out, break something, blow it up, set the whole place on fire. And, yeah, it's really no different than if somebody walks in and I get a raid kind of thing. It's just that it's, I don't know, at least it's like collateral or something. Like, we had that with the mech raid we had over here. We lost the entire wall of, solar and, what do you call them, these things, the wind turbines. I can never fucking remember what they're called. We lost our entire wall of wind turbines, but I needed to reassess this anyway, because our power situation that we've got, which you can kind of see, I was supposed to have a quad power system in here, but I've got a dual power system. So it goes half across the base. You can kind of see it when I zoom out more like this, where it's cut off in the middle. So it goes up and does all the power up there, and it does all the power down here. The only thing with that is I have 3 geothermals down here that are boosting this whole section. So this is way overpowered. I only have so many machines that require power, and I'm bringing the lights online in the bedroom, so we're going to lose a bit, but it's not that much. Hey Captain, how you doing? I hope you had a good Christmas and stuff, and or however you did or did not celebrate your time and whatnot. And yeah, you're welcome to lurk, Captain. I'll be here. Yeah, basically, so I gotta stretch. I gotta fucking sore back. Basically, I'm gonna lose like some amount of power down here, but 4 geothermals plus the solar. Once I've got all these turrets online and the bottom area of turrets, I don't really think that that's going to do much of a blip to my power, to be fair. This top half, though, we've got a constant non-stop draw between the hospital, the fucking mega rec room thing, the extra grow rooms. We've got like these, we've got the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grow rooms. They're a bit excessive kind of thing. Plus the kitchen. Some of this is fueled, though, to be fair. Some of it's electric, some of it's fueled, so that if we ever get like a solar flare happen, not a solar flare, but you know, like an eclipse or something, I could still make food. We need to be able to make food around the clock with a colony of this size. There is no point in time where food production can absolutely cease to exist, or otherwise my colony ceases to exist. So everybody has to be outputting at least 4 meals at a time to kind of build up, which is great. Because for a while, it was really touch and go for whether or not they actually had enough food to eat. It'd be great if I could get you to go and talk to one of them, because you should have... it's not that great. But you are inspired at the moment. Nah, you can't talk to either of them, it's fine. Somebody else will be with them soon, they'll be fine. Also, it's winter at the moment, so how are we going with temperature? Pretty good. Not too bad, considering this is newly constructed over here. That's doing pretty well. I still don't have any kind of heating in my storage. So that's probably too fucking cold for them, but that's fine. I could put more fireplaces around the place. That's the other thing too, is we're still using fireplaces mostly to kind of keep areas warm at the moment, but it's doing okay. We also, at our last attack encampment, we took a shit ton of wood too, which was great. Free wood. I'm also basically hunting. We've got like an auto slaughter thing set up as well to prevent, but you know, the inevitable situations where animals join and maybe I get attacked by something at that time and I don't happen to get to it. What's wrong with you? Deaf in 4 hours. What did you touch? Was it the raccoon? Let's just do your solid Baxter, mate. Can you, Verona? Yeah. Can you just slaughter the panther? It's going to die in 4 hours. Somebody could probably take it up to get tended, but by the time it gets walked up and then somebody walks over to attend to it, it's probably not going to make it, so that's fine. I think it was pretty young anyway. I'll shift click on the hunt icon to hunt everything. I mean, look, sometimes I have a lot of stuff around there and sometimes I'm kind of like reading it as I go. I especially do this in Diablo, to be fair. When I play Diablo, I tend to like take a moment to like read things while I'm speaking, because like the non-stop conversation is generally whatever's passing through my thoughts at the time. So I'm not always like reading out stuff, so it gives me a second. You'll be fine, probably. What's Quail do? Hold on. What do you do? Apart from, you do cooking. Okay, so you're one of our cooks. That's actually kind of important. So I give a shit about people that can do cooking in my colony, because that's obviously hugely important. Animals is hugely important. Plants are hugely important. The rest of the stuff, if anybody happens to have a skill on something else, cool. We'll get to it. But yeah. Anywho. So we're going to go hunt all that stuff because there's a walk and stuff getting around. But yeah, I had to do like a breeding program and shit for like my chickens and all sorts of stuff. Chickens and ducks. I had to lock them in like an area for a while just to get them to produce enough to replenish their numbers. How are they actually going, actually? I was going to look at that. We're up to 25 ducks. 24 chickens. We're down on a chicken somehow. I'm still going to have to lock them into an area because we need more than that. We stagnated it at like 20 chooks and 20 ducks and stuff like that, but we had more. And most of these were all 20s to 30s, but I was just letting them breed up. The problem with the chickens and the ducks is they lay eggs, but I have a lot of meat-eating animals at the moment, a lot more than I do meat animals, right? So my meat-eating animals, like my cats and my panthers and my megasofts and all that shit, right? They're kind of like running around and they're eating what little meat I have got, which this is the most meat I've seen in here for a while, right? They'll come in here and they'll eat this, but then they'll also eat the eggs. They'll also eat like random small animals on the map and stuff. For a while we did have rats and stuff. I was trying to breed that up as a solution. Except the only problem was that my rats are also meat eaters, so it's not really a solution. I can have like fucking 100 rats, or I can have 100 chickens. And the chickens produce shit that, like, you know, the other animals will eat. So, as opposed to eating the shit that the other animals also need to eat. So, yeah, it wasn't really a solution. It also didn't fix our food problem at the time that I had, so it made it worse. So, everything that has happened has been like a direct result of that. Also, I'm pretty sure I don't have any quests. No. Cool. I just wanted to check that because there's been... I normally play this on Tuesdays. And I was on holidays this Tuesday. So it's been like over a week. And anytime I have more than 1 week with a game, because I play my games weekly, I tend to forget my shit. Let's move far asleep. No, Viking. I was wondering what happened to you. You like dozed right off ages ago. What I might do is I might stuff those extra feathers you gave me over Christmas in your poor beans and see how that goes. It was just wake up to fancy feet. It's great. I might actually turn off my air conditioner too. It's like just on the edge of like too cold, too hot kind of thing. And I think if I turn it off, it'll warm up, but we'll see how we go. I'll turn it back on if I need to later. yeah, I wasn't quite sure. When I turned it on at the start of stream, I'm like, oh, it's probably going to get too cold, but I'm like, fuck it. It's only because I got the door shut, because my partner's on holidays at the moment, so Nick's actually getting a chance to, like, stay up and watch shows until, like, fucking midnight and stuff. Plus, he's got a new game on the Switch and shit that he's probably still not playing, so that's also fun. I got to play a bit of Project Zomboid and crap over Christmas as well, so I did not do too well with it. I died a lot, but at least I kind of got down a bit of the understanding mechanics and stuff, so that I won't be as bad for, like, when I start that back up in January. I love Zomboid. Nice. I resisted it hardcore for like a year or two. My best mate and like everybody really wanted me to play, and I was just like, I don't really like it. I just like, I don't know, the mechanics of it and the fact that you die off and like lose all your shit just felt counter and like intuitive to like enjoying playing the game. But anyway, my community like hard sold me on it before Christmas, like last week and stuff. We were talking about it in Discord, and it just kind of like, it went from there. Everybody kind of sort of convinced me on it. It's just I just didn't have money to get it myself, so I threw it on my throne, which is more like mostly just for conversational shit. But pretty much as soon as I fucking put it up there, somebody got it. And so I played it last Friday. I'm going to be playing it on Fridays, basically, in January going forwards. And yeah, I had no experience on it. So yeah, Friday's stream was a lot of educational stuff. Like I didn't really move around or do much or learn to do much. I just literally like learned how and why and basic mechanics of movement, and I had so many people like helping me in chat. It was great because I obviously put up a help wanted sign to like get assistance in playing and shit, and I definitely like enjoyed it and stuff. I managed to last like the whole 4 hours with one person. Mind you, I spent a lot of that time being indoors and stuff, but yeah, I liked it, and I've spent like Christmas and Boxing Day and stuff playing it a little bit, so that I could kind of get a bit more familiar with the interface and move. I'm still shit at moving. If I have to fight a zombie, I can't fight the fucking zombie because, like, for some reason my brain just craps out on me with the WSD keys for moving around. And so I don't mean to, it just does it. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I die a lot, but I also like to choose a completely random person, right? So that I get like random skills, whereas my partner chose like specific specially crafted skills and tried to like have good characters. He lasted a long time. It's just that obviously when he did eventually die, it was less satisfying for him to die because then he had like none of the skills again, whereas I was dying so frequently I didn't really give a fuck. I'm like, if I happen to get the skills, I got the skills. And he's like, oh, you can do this, and I'm like, no, that was my last person, or like the second last person. I don't know when that was, but it's not the same person I've got at the moment, you know. So yeah, I got a bit of experience with it at least. I'm a veteran in Project Zomboid and RimWorld, though my expertise is more in Project Zomboid. That's fair. I find that a lot of people that like Project Zomboid are very, very deeply involved in it, because I have like basically no knowledge of the game prior to this update. For me, the kind of like sell, I guess, for it was that like there's a lot of realism in the game. Like there's a lot of like why would you do this? You do that because this kind of thing. Like for instance, in 7 Days to Die, which I normally play on Mondays, right? In 7 Days to Die, you boil water because, yes, it's obviously dirty and stuff, but, like, you can't get water from, like, obvious basic sources and stuff. Like, there's the good old argument with 7 Days that, like, if you had the rainwater catchers, plus you had the ability to scoop up water at a creek, sick, an infestation. Normally that would give you more options to how to play, right? But they don't allow you to do that because 7 Days to Die wants you to play a specific way. Whereas Project Zomboid seems to go more so for the you have these options. You can play however the fuck you want. You can play in a city, you can play in a high-rise, you can play out in the woods or whatever, right? Or you can roleplay or not roleplay, or, you know, you can be, what's it, like a permadeath or whatever. There's a lot more to it, sort of thing, but there was some stuff with like the new update that kind of interests me, like the, not so much like the interface and stuff, but there was more sort of options, availability and stuff. I'm pretty sure I've got enough people here for like whatever infestation we're about to get. I could get you guys to just go straight down here. Infestations are not usually big, so we should be fine. As long as nobody walks through here, we should be good. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed getting to play it. And I don't know if there's like, I don't know, a set style that I play with it, or like, I'm not really one to roleplay games and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm only new to it, so like the fact that my opinion of the game changed enough to like make me want to play it and stuff, I would consider that to be pretty good for like the overall game itself. Alright, I should have everybody mostly out of the way here. I think Lasagna might be gonna come up through here, or Eri might. Where are you going? Yeah, you're gonna come through here. I get you just standing here, and Lasagna too. Lasagna's going away, so that's fine. Falcon and Peters and stuff. You've got your animals and stuff with you, but I shouldn't really need that. Really, right now? Hold on. It's fine, I've got turrets. I don't need to worry about that. Eventually when this pops, it should be good. Blue mate, the fuck you doing? Get out of there. She's gonna get capped. Lima. I'm mostly just trying to keep everybody from walking through somewhere I don't want them to be right now. Without having to select everybody. I could select everybody, I just don't need everybody. Here we go. Now, regardless of if they're in a group or not, they should help. I get you guys just moved out. Hawk, mate. Don't do it. You going back up. Did you just seriously kill one of my cats? Fucking bastards. At least it's not like, at least it's not one of my legacy cats. What's her fucking name? My cat. What? Hold on. I think most people are fine. Yeah, at least it's not Xena. I might just bring the rest of yous in here, honestly. I think I could probably just bring everybody's animals and be like, cool, go for it. We'll see. Oh, Regal's just running out of here. Actually, pretty sure Regal's set to attack. Who died? Vincent? Vincent died because he was fucking shot. Bloody hell, Vincent. Try harder, mate. Do better. Yeah, no. In most cases, when I do fights and shit like that, I will generally try to reload and see how I can come out of it like the best outcome, because sometimes it will try to take 4 people or 8 people, or one person's important and like the others are not, or something like that. It kind of balances it out to some degree. Alright, this time though, I'm gonna grab more of the fucking area. Be like, you lot. Can I get most of you to stand down here, and we'll get the top half of this to just stand up here. Cool. That should be most everybody. I don't need to worry about the walk, it'll be fine. But yeah, no, basically, like, so generally speaking, if I don't have holidays, which this week I've got holidays and shit, my regular week would be like 7 Days to Die, RimWorld, Random Game Night, which could be anything, Diablo 2 on Thursdays, and I guess Projects on Board being on Fridays now. So that's kind of what my week generally looks like. Once a month, I generally try to do a art stream as well, and it doesn't always happen, but you know, whatever. Just if I need it, and if I happen to draw stuff. Alright, last time they went down, and Nat, mate, I don't know what you're doing, but if you could move up, I reckon they'll go up this time, because you guys are all standing like right here. Let's move you guys out of there, please. I can just get you back. I don't want them to be so close that they immediately go for it. And what I might do is Let's just say, can I get your animals in here? See how that goes. Armadillo, mate. I don't know what you think you're doing, but it ain't that. Mew. Let me fucking grab him. Jesus. Renard's gonna walk down here too. Let's get you back here. And Hawk. Just move out of the way. Alright. That should be good enough. I should have most of my people in an area. Okay, some of them are going up, some of them are going down. Mate, Kogo, if you're not going to shoot, go back. And Asan, I don't even know what you're doing, but you go inside. You're not allowed to die. Also, that's another thing in my colony is, essentially you're not allowed to die unless I let you. There's a few people on my list that are on the death list. Regal, I don't know where you're going, mate. Maybe come back out here. I didn't realize that they were following a Nissan around that corner. I got horses and all sorts of stuff getting shot in here. Can you lot move out of there? And you two are not supposed to be in here. A panther and a second kitten have died, but that's okay. Move you guys out of there. I want this to be more so a shooting gallery than I want people to actually be in here. Like Vivo, mate. I see you sneaking up the back here. Move up there. I don't think there's much up here I have to worry about. This unnamed panthers. I think they're moving up. There's one guy here. The horses in this area are just like done some stupid shit.